Hello and welcome to Life Uninterrupted. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shauna.
We're going to have fun with this week's video. When you start RVing, if you're a total newbie, you're really exposed to lots of different lingo, terms, phrases, turn of phrases, sayings, and so
Situations.
forth. Yeah, situations. So this week is all about those funny little sayings and things that we RVers typically hear a lot of.
And we're going to call this video, You Might Be an RVer. So take the challenge and see how many of these apply to you and whether or not you're a true RVer. Let us know in the comments below. And we're going to feature one of our friends, Runaway With Us RV, Drew and Ann.
If you're out in a beautiful forest campground and you smell the odor of a dump station,
You might be an RVer.
If you break out into a happy dance every time your slides come in, you might be an RVer.
If the biggest decision you make today is where you're going to sleep tonight,
you might be an RVer.
If roughing it means you only have water and electricity, you might be an RVer. If your elbows touch both sides of your bathroom walls, you might be an RVer.
Might be an RVer if...
Is that an earthquake?
No, that's just a spin cycle.
If you can clean your entire house in 20 minutes, you might be an RVer.
If the biggest argument you get into with your partner is, how far can I back up and how close am I to that tree, you might be an RVer. If you're awakened at 1 a.m. by the sound of a freight train,
you might be an RVer.
If a set of walkie-talkies is the secret to a happy RVer's marriage,
you might be an RVer.
If you binge watch Less Junk, More Journey, Keep Your Daydream, or Gone with the Wind, you might be an RVer.
if your shower is only big enough to fit a small family of ferrets, you might be an RVer.
You experience a 5.7 earthquake every time you get on the road, you might be an RVer.
If you greet your neighbors with a coffee cup in one hand and a dog poop bag in the other, you might be an RVer.
You might be an RVer if...
when you hold your breath when there's a car on the on-ramp.
If you flush your toilet with your foot instead of your hand, or in our case a spray bottle, you might be an RVer.
If you literally need to be a Tetris champion to pack your RV refrigerator, you might be an RVer.
Your idea of lawn maintenance is raking up a few pine needles and throwing down a patio mat, you might be an RVer. You crank your home up or down or side to side, you might be an RVer.
If one of you has to man a position by the smoke detector when you're making something as simple as toast, you may be an RVer.
If spending the night at Walmart is normal for you, you might be an RVer.
If you rubberneck every rig that looks like yours going down the highway, you might be an RVer.
If your whole family stands around to watch sewer go down the drain, you might be an RVer.
If you ever heard someone shout,
Stop, stop, stop! You're all crooked!
you might be an RVer.
If you patiently wait 45 minutes just for the end pump at the gas station, you might be an RVer.
Toilet burps. You might be an RVer. If you make an annual pilgrimage to Tampa, Hershey, or Quartzsite, you might be an RVer.
If you understand the terms watts, amperage, and state of charge, you might be an RVer.
You give your home a cutesy name such as Rosie, Frida, Tantan, or Ginger, you might be an RVer.
If you know what the pyramid is and how to avoid it,
You might be an RVer.
If putting out the slide has nothing to do with a child's swing set, you might be an RVer.
If your preference is primitive camping, but you still use your microwave to heat up a bag of popcorn, you might be an RVer. If you get new neighbors literally every day,
you might be an RVer.
and the absolute best part about RVing, if the view outside your living room window looks like this, or this, or this, you might be an RVer.
So there you have it. We sure hope you enjoyed, this video. We had a lot of fun doing it. And again, if you use any of these phrases, if you've heard them, if you abuse them,
hey, if there's anything that we missed, I'm sure there are other funny phrases too.
Leave those in the comments.
Definitely.
We'd be sure to include those in a round 2 or follow-up video.
Who knows?
Part deuce. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it.
We'll see ya.
Train. You might be.
No, we gotta say it together. All right, it's filming.
Hello and welcome to Life Uninterrupted.
Oh, I think you should sound Brian. Oh, okay.
3, 2.
One more. One more. One more.
Oh my hell.
Really, Brian?
Full forest campground. Can you smell the odor of a dump station? You might be an RVer.
I'm still recording that, but...
Yep, it is.
It is? Okay.
You might
be an RVer.
RVer.
Take a breath.
If the biggest arguments you get into with your partner is let's not get into with your partner. That's
And go.
It's gonna owen all over the place. You're gonna have to.
You're too tall. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Roll.
Roll. It's rolling. It's been rolling.
It's only big enough to fit a small family?
Yes. Walls, you might. Oh, I'm not gonna look at the camera. 3, 2.
oops.
Let me get into position.
Hold it up so you can see
Okay.
So what's the line?
It is. If you've ever, you're gonna say if you've ever shouted.
Okay. All right. If you've ever heard the term?
No.
If you ever heard
If you've ever heard.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard.